right, and welcome to another edition of All Takes Valid, episode 101. It's your boy SB21, and I'm joined with Vic. Vic, what's going on?
Not much. Got another episode. Ready to grind it out. Try to get these pickums right. Trying to get on the right track. We ain't got.
You hear that?
Oh
No
yeah,
trade.
yeah, yeah. No trades. It's like I don't know. It's like a bug, like a fly, dang mosquito, just always flying around saying Mister
Yeah,
Pickles.
right.
Even though we know who Mister Pickles really is. That's
But
cute.
don't tell him that.
But yeah, we can't tell them that. So, fans, STC, support the content. Um, we're going to talk about a few things today. First things first, recap of the Thursday night football, Seattle versus the Los Angeles Rams. Then we have a lot around the league news, and we'll do our pick'ems. The norm, you know what it is. So we're going to go right into it. Spence, what was the score for this Los Angeles Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks game?
Well, the Rams play the Seahawks, and it was 26 and 17. The Rams has beaten the Seahawks. Stafford has won a game, but more important news, Seahawks fans, I know it's getting scary. Russell Wilson is out with a rupture in his middle finger, and now for the next 5 games, because according to sources that Russell Wilson will be out for a month, it will be Geno Smith. Um, Once again, this game has been slow start. Um, Matt Stafford looked kind of slow getting out the gates. I don't know why he threw that pick. I knew he was trying to throw out bounds, but Diggs like, nah, man, don't throw out bounds. I got you. The running game for the Rams were effective and uh able to score when need to. Now for the Seahawks defense didn't really do that bad. It's just that it was just slow to get start. That 4-1. Why would they run it to Aaron Donald? But hey, if I'm the Rams, that's why we pay him the big bucks. But other than that, man, it was just a good win for the Rams, who now are 4-1 and one game behind the Cards, who's undefeated in the West. So
Yeah. So everything that you said was spot on. Um, Crazy, Seattle. Uh, Brace yourself. 5 games without Russ. Don't get too high on what you've seen this past Thursday on Geno Smith. I think they caught the Rams defense off guard a little bit,
yeah,
but I mean he is capable, so he'll be able to do the job. But I just don't know if he'll be able to win your games like Russ would. So we'll see how that works out. Um, Also, they had that block punt,
right.
which the kicker was able to double kick, which the guy that was a former referee clarified that it was supposed to be spotted at the spot of the double kick, but the refs said that it is at the spot of where the ball was kicked, and with a 15-yard penalty added to it, which plus that kicker, the punter punted the ball past the line of scrimmage, which they could have challenged, but neither here nor there, it didn't happen. So it is what it is. But all in all, it was a closer game than I thought, and yeah, it was a good football game. Matthew Stafford is definitely turning heads, even though he's been doing this for quite some time. But obviously, he was in Detroit, so nobody really notices you when you're losing. So good for you, Matt. Rams 4-1, but again, Arizona is undefeated. So
Or, or not.
around the league, so we've heard Stephon Gilmore was traded to the Carolina Panthers. Wow, they already had a good defense, and now this is going to be quite a problem for all the NFC teams, but specifically my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
Old was it Bouye, Henderson, now Gilmore. If Horn was healthy, I don't know. The
Mm,
defense is.
that'd be trouble right there for sure. Also, there was a little report that Deshaun Watson, well, not him per se, but the owner for the Houston Texans stated that within the next 27 days, which that was like 2 days ago when I saw that report.
Right.
So next 25 days before the trade deadline, that it's really possible that Deshaun Watson may be traded. So, obviously we've heard reports about Miami being the number one suitor.
Yeah.
And we've also heard the Washington football team being another team that's in that, but it's more so of a three-team trade. Also, I am interested. I really want this man to get out of Houston.
Mhm.
They have a big problem, no pun intended. But yeah. So, anything else that you have, Spence?
Other than leagues around the news, most people are not going to be starting or going to be out questionable. Seabag, Russell Gage, Kyle Ridley. Uh, Interesting that Jalen Smith, after they won the game at Cowboys, is now a Packer. So yeah, I know me and Trey talked about that on Tuesday, but it's still a very interesting thing to hear after, they won. But I mean, if I'm the Cowboys, I understand you had seven linebackers, two of them that you drafted. So it's kind of like, yeah, we're getting kind of cluttered in that, but it's just
Yeah.
weird to hear that. But other than that, nah.
All right. So, also another quick side note: reports are Jair Alexander, cornerback for the Green Bay Packers, will not be playing this weekend. So, something just to keep in mind. But with that being said, we are on to Pickems for Week 5. I hope you're ready, Spence. I know Trey's not ready, but it is what it is. His days are beyond him now, behind him now. We are taking over. So, with that being said, Spence, I will be back and forth. I don't. My computer is the internet is tripping, whatever the case is. But just give me the teams that are playing, starting with the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets that are playing 9:30 a.m. p.m. a.m. Eastern time, uh, Sunday morning.
Well, they're playing, well, like Vic says, the Jets will be playing the Falcons at 9:30 a.m. No, it's not. It's not a mistypo. No, it's 9:30 a.m. It's Big Brubs. It's the London game. I'm picking the Falcons on this one. I just don't think the Jets will have lightning strike twice. Um, Big Brubs though. Hopefully, you never know. New England might. New England is in England. Maybe it'll work. I don't know, but I'm picking the Falcons still.
I also am picking the Falcons. Um, I do have a feeling that the Jets may win this. Uh, this is another one where it's like you pick the team, just like the Saints. You pick the Saints to win, and then they end up losing, and
All right.
vice versa. So I'm going with the Falcons. No Calvin Ridley, no Russell Gage, but we'll see. I like the Falcons better.
All right. Well, the other 1 o'clock game is the Patriots versus the Texans. Um, I feel like the Patriots are going to win. Bill's not going to lose against the Texans.
I agree. The Patriots will win this game. Defense will be a problem, especially a rookie quarterback, Bill Belichick versus a rookie quarterback. You know the history on that. Damian
Mm,
Harris will be dominant all game long, and Mac Jones will do his thing, just being efficient all throughout the game. Next,
correct. Not Matt Stafford. Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions will face off against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm picking the Vikings. Even though even though Cook's out, still picking the Vikings on this one.
yeah, I also got the Vikings. Again, Cook is questionable, but it's looking like he will be out this weekend potentially. But Detroit Lions, they got a lot of injuries on defense, secondary, D line. So yeah, Minnesota, no question.
Next 1 o'clock game is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Carolina Panthers. And I pick the Carolina Panthers for this one.
I also weak or not doesn't matter. CMC,
Yeah.
no CMC. Carolina still got this. Defense top 10 for sure. Um, Eagles have a shuffle. They're playing. Yeah, they got musical chairs over there with their offensive line. So yeah, Carolina. Don't think twice. Don't think too hard about this.
Yes, of course. Now, the interesting one, the Saints versus the Washington football team. Vic, I know who you're going to pick because of your prediction of 12-5.
Yeah. So I have the Washington football team winning this game. Uh, Again, every time we pick against the Saints or we pick for the Saints do the complete opposite. So if that's the case, I'm picking the Washington football team. They're probably going to win this. So if you want to put money on it, go ahead, bet on the Saints because I picked the Washington football team. And I'm sure Spencer's probably going to do the same. If not, he might surprise us.
When you're absolutely wrong because I'm picking the Saints on this one.
So maybe, just maybe, it won't work this time. The jinx is not there. We all picked the Saints in a landslide, or we picked against the Saints in a landslide, and they did the complete opposite.
Well, now you got 50% chance. Now, the other 1 o'clock game is the Tennessee Titans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm picking the Titans on this one. Yeah, Urban ain't looking to that.
Yeah, Titans, same here. AJ is back. Julio, I don't believe will be playing this week from
No,
reports, but even then, King Henry is all you need to know. Go
that's
Titans.
all you need. Uh, the other 1 o'clock game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Miami Dolphins. Vic, I already know who you're going for.
Yep,
Yeah.
I am going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I believe they'll win by 4. Seems like everybody brings their A game against the Bucks, so I expect this to be a close one.
I will pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's a surprise.
No, like I told y'all, I would pick games for us that I think we win, not the ones with my heart. The Raiders
Uh,
won. If we didn't have that safety, as you saw, we could have won. All right. The other 1 o'clock game, the Green Bay Packers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Well, like I said, if you have a quarterback that can able to move the ball and a running game that can able to run, the Bengals can be had. So I'm picking the Packers.
okay, so I also have the Green Bay Packers winning this game. Again, no Jair Alexander for the Green Bay Packers cornerback. Um, I do believe there's a potential upset in this game, so yeah, don't be surprised if the Bengals somehow, some way come up with the upset. But you got that bad man Aaron Rodgers, and again, Aaron Jones is going to have a field day.
Right. The last 1 o'clock game is the Broncos versus the Steelers.
I
Well,
will tell you, I have the Broncos winning this game. Um, Teddy Bridgewater is still questionable, but he had a full practice on Friday, so maybe he may be out of the concussion protocol. But they'll give us an update 90 minutes prior to the 1 o'clock game. So defense is still good. I just have a lot of questions about that Pittsburgh offense. Ben Roethlisberger is killing a lot of people right now. Not literally, but just offensively, they don't look anything near what we thought they would.
right. Well, I'm taking the Steelers, not based off Ben. I'm basing it off their defense. I feel like they can be able to contain. All right, now we're at the 4 o'clock games, and the first 4 o'clock game is the Chicago Bears versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Ah, Now Fields is starting this game.
Yeah.
I, I I'm picking the Raiders.
I'm also picking the Raiders to win this game. A bounce back game from that loss that they had on Monday Night Football. Also, yeah, that Raiders defense is. I know they have some injuries in that secondary, but I'm just not convinced with that Chicago Bears offense just yet.
Right.
Yeah, I got to see more from Justin Fields before I can feel confident about picking them. So, till then, yeah, Raiders.
Right. Yeah, Chicago. The Cleveland Browns versus the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers. Baker is out. Uh, believe of a quad injury. I believe. I know he's sitting out. I seen that.
It's a quad
Or
injury, huh?
or I know he has some type of injury because I know he's sitting out. Unless I'm reading that report wrong, which I should know, but if so, I do apologize. But I swear I saw something about Baker or something.
I remember he had a torn pec on his
There it is.
non-throwing shoulder.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, suffered a torn labrum in his left non-throwing shoulder, but he's expected to avoid surgery for the time being and isn't at risk of missing any game action, so he should be fine.
So it should be fine. Well, I'm picking the Chargers anyway. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe in Herbert.
I also will be picking the Chargers in this one, even though I do believe that that Browns defense is for real. I just I believe in the Chargers for sure. Offensively, defensively, they are starting to get some recognition. Obviously, being able to hold the Raiders down the way that they were able to. Um, you know, they were giving up some big plays, but again, Baker Mayfield. Now the Chargers can be had on the ground game, so if the Browns can win this game, they have to run the ball efficiently and constantly. So yeah,
I got you. So, um, for the 425 game is the Giants versus the Cowboys. I'm picking the Cowboys in this one.
yeah. So I also have the Cowboys winning this game. Uh, I do think it's going to be close. I expect them to win by 3 points. So yeah, Cowboys over Giants.
Hmm.
Hasn't
The
been Daniel
four,
Jones, but yeah.
gotcha. The other 425 game is the 49ers versus the Cardinals. I have the Cards extending their wins to 5-0.
I also have the Cardinals winning this game too. Um, Secondary is obviously the biggest issue for the San Francisco 49ers, but they have a array of weapons, and that defense for the Cardinals is playing pretty well. Even though I did hear a report that Byron Murphy, cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals, may be out this week, so that could affect their defensive passing game. Um, but we will have to see. They still have a good defense over there in Arizona.
All right. Now, for the Sunday night game, it is the Bills versus the Chiefs. As much as they've been struggling, I still have Kansas City for the win.
I I may regret this, but I have the Buffalo Bills winning this one.
No, I
Defense
mean,
has been playing strong,
mhm.
and yeah, I just don't believe in that Chiefs defense. Even though you could probably say that so many times throughout the past few years, but somehow, some way, Mahomes and Cole is able to get it done. Um, yeah, so I got the Bills.
I do agree with you. And last but not least, the Monday night game. It is the Indianapolis Colts versus the Baltimore Ravens. Nick, you don't have to worry about me because I picked the Ravens.
All right. Um, so I got the Baltimore Ravens winning this too. No surprise. Not really much of a believer in Carson Wentz, but I think everybody on the channel is pretty much on the same page with that. We got Mr. Glass at quarterback. Quentin Nelson, left guard for the Colts, is not playing. He's on IR. Short term, I believe. I'm pretty sure, if not the 6-week IR. But regardless, yeah, I just don't. I believe it's going to be a good game. It's all going to be predicated on Carson Wentz. But
Right.
also, I picked my final score. I'm just going to say it now. Picked my final score for this game to be in honor of Justin Houston getting his 100th career sack. And he says he wants to get the quarterback that he gets his 100th career sack on. He wants to get their jersey. So Carson Wentz, look out. Justin Houston is coming for you, and he wants your jersey. So again, 50-0 is my total score for that one.
50?
Yeah, 5-0 in honor of Justin Houston.
Okay. All right. Well, that goes all over the picks. Once again, Trey is not with us right now, so you won't hear his results till Tuesday. Hopefully, you'll hear him say and that he did not win this week. So hopefully we can get that going because we can't let him run away with this, Vic. We really can't.
No, definitely not. Not
Yeah. Nothing's happening. But other than that, you have anything else?
No, I'm ready for some football and we'll be working. So I'll definitely miss most of the first half of the Bucks game, which they play at 1. But I should hopefully be home by 3-ish to see the rest of the games. I'll still be able to keep track of scores and whatnot, but yeah, I'm just ready for some football, ready to do some grilling, and yeah.
I gotcha. Before we end, Sixers fans, I heard that you tried to do a trade, I guess concept to the Trailblazers. Yeah, whatever y'all spoken, it ain't gonna happen. But yeah, no. 3 first-round picks, CJ McCullough, and something else just for Ben. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Y'all tried it. Y'all tried it though. But you heard what we have to say. You could agree, you can disagree, but at the end of the day, all takes a ballot.
All right.
All right, Vic.
All right.